Hey guys, it's Gene from Blackhawk Outfitters. Just want to let everybody know we're having our end of season clearance event. Every Old Town boat we've got hundreds of them are on sale. Get the best prices of the season on new, pre-paddled, and demo boats. Check out blackhawkoutfitters.com. Give us a call at the shop. You're going to get the best price on an Old Town that you'll ever get all year long. Check us out.
The Fishing News is sponsored by these fine partners.
An 11.8 pound fluke in North Jersey, albies popping up along the beaches in Central Jersey, and believe it or not, both red and black drum in South Jersey. Those are the headlines in this week's digital edition of the Fisherman magazine, the New Jersey Delaware Bay edition, and I am Jim Hutchinson. This September 22nd, 2022, I am at the most affordable and convenient boat show at the Jersey Shore. It's setup day right now, the Jersey Shore Boat Sale and Expo, Shoretown Ballpark, 2 Stadium Way in Lakewood, New Jersey. People often call it the Lakewood Show. It is the Jersey Shore Boat Sale and Expo. Now, I am here at the home of the Philadelphia Phillies High A affiliate. This is where Cole Hamels, Ryan Howard, and also Andrew Painter and Mick Abel just came through. We are here this weekend, and if you're looking for a boat, if you've been searching all around the Garden State, well, you don't have to do that this weekend. You can come right here where all the boat dealers in the Garden State have assembled to do the Jersey Shore Boat Sale and Expo. That is this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's always a great event. It's one of the only shows that I know of anywhere that also has an assortment of previously owned boats. They've all been serviced and detailed, and they're ready for your review. I understand that altogether there are over 200 boats here at the show this weekend, and they're still coming in as people set up. So if you're looking for a boat, or if you're looking for the outboard, this is the place to be. Admission is just $7 at the entrance, 12 and under are free. The hours are 11 to 6 on Friday, 10 to 6 Saturday, and Sunday 10 to 5. It's presented by my good friends at the New Jersey Marine Trades Association, the Marine Trades Association of New Jersey, and I will be here on Friday and part of the day on Saturday. But first up, this Thursday, this very day, September 22nd, is the Fisherman magazine's Inshore, Offshore, and Surf Extravaganza. Hope to be there myself, and there's good reason why you'll want to be there as well.
Folks, don't miss the Fisherman's Fishing Show and Seminar Thursday, September 22nd at the Long Island Hilton Hotel and Convention Center. Starts at 6 p.m. Hey, the first 200 people receive a goodie bag with everything you see here. And if you're one of the early bird arrivers, the first 100 are going to get a Super Strike custom lure made specially for this show. Now, the next 200 receive everything you see here in a goodie bag. The next 100 receive everything you see here. And with over 100 vendors, some seminars from the greatest authorities in fishing, like Dave Marciano and the Fisherman's Gray's Fish Tag Research Seminar, you're going to have an excellent night here, and at 9 o'clock, the largest raffle that we've ever done. Don't miss it, folks. Thursday, September 22nd, the Huntington Hilton.
And then there were the final 6 days of this year's Jersey Shore Summer Flounder season. Yes, sir, Fluke season is about to be over for this year, and I expect a lot of folks to be pounded away at those wrecks, snags, and reef sites for one final shot in these final 6 days for a doormat. Butler's Jimmy Rosa got his doormat last week at the Shrewsbury Rocks, jigging a white bucktail and pink shine gulp. That was a swimming mullet, actually. On a teaser, the Flukosaurus weighed in at 11 pounds, 8 ounces at the tackle box in Hazlitt. The head boats and charter boats you can expect are going to be banging away, loaded along the rails of those head boats this week in these final days of Fluke season at the Jersey Shore. Some good catches being reported along those rails, I will tell you as well. In fact, the Ildefonso family had a great day of fishing aboard the Jamaica 2 out of Point Pleasant over the weekend. In his South Jersey report this week at thefisherman.com, Anthony Califano said those reef sites from Garden State north and south all the way down to Cape May have not disappointed in the past week. Consistently good summer flounder bite, according to Anthony and the reports that he's accumulated. Bonus catches at those reef sites included plenty of triggerfish, as well as some bluefish and weak fish. Word is all of these reef sites as well are just brimming with biscuits, loaded with black sea bass. They're plentiful, and that's good news for the fall opener, because as we talk about the closure of Fluke next week, we have to start talking about the October 7th opening of black sea bass here at the Jersey Shore. And that's just 15 days away. Of course, Delaware's black sea bass season, it stays continuously open, right? From May 15th to December 11th. In fact, heard from the folks at Lewis Harbor Marina this week that Patrick Horsick fished on the Grizzly Saturday when he had snared a 3.87 pound, 21-inch knothead. Sea bass, Delaware, enjoy. New Jersey, just a couple of weeks. So whether it's the final days of summer flounder or gearing up for that black sea bass opener, do not forget to gear up.
We are the Fish Bites Nation, and this is your invitation. So grab some fish bites and get busy casting, because you can't join the nation without doing the catching.
Now, I don't have any specifics for you, but in our South Jersey report this week at thefisherman.com, the folks at Tuckerton Bait and Tackle revealed that one of their customers has been tangling with some redfish, red drum. Not just a one-off, but apparently a couple of them. The biggest one up to 31 inches. I would remind you that New Jersey's red drum limit, coast-wide drum limit, there's a slot. There's been one in place for a number of years. So if you catch one, you can keep one, but it's got to be between 18 and 27 inches. In other words, New Jersey's state record redfish, 55 pounds, caught by my friend Danny Yaniro, used to run Captain's Quarters Bait and Tackle on Long Beach Island. That record is pretty solid. Nobody's going to touch that. Nobody's going to touch Al McReynolds' state record for striped bass either right now because of the slot. But I can tell you this, that Danny caught that big channel cat someplace in the Little Egg, Great Bay area. So those red drum are around. I'll also tell you that folks are continuing to find some good tog action on the jetties. The jetty jocks are having a great time banging away. You've got to keep in mind, the boats aren't going to be out there banging on blackfish until that 4-fish bag limit comes into place in November. But right now, jetty jocks are dropping the greenies, the Asian crabs, they're dropping some of the sand fleas, and they're enjoying it. Noel at One Stop Bait and Tackle in Atlantic City said the jetty system there is on fire with tog, so you've got that. Also, believe it or not, my buddy Emmett Fitzgerald, he sneaked away from Surf City Bait and Tackle earlier this week, soaking a few sand fleas on some of his own top-notch tackle tog rigs that he ties over there at Surf City Bait and Tackle. But instead of a tog, he ended up with a black drum, taped out at 38 inches. Emmett estimated that sucker at about 50 pounds. Now, I can say, you think about it, what goes up must come down. Same thing with black drum. We think about that early spring bite, Delaware Bay, Great Bay. Where do those drum go? Well, they've got to migrate south at some point. Those fish are clearly migrating south right now and are apt to be caught along the way. Actually, puppy drum will show up in a lot of those chum pot catches. Guys are out there for blowfish and spot. Every once in a while, I catch some puppy drum. In fact, similar to Emmett, I had this one in August of 2018 while putting crab jigs down for sheepshead. For a stretch of, I don't know, a few weeks, I think I had 4 or 5 similar dinner-sized drum. Keep in mind, of course, that there are quite a few triggers around as well. I know that Ralph Lair of The Last Lady out of Shark River, he's been fishing for trigger fish. He's on for porgies right now, but those tasty trigger fish are around as well. Now, I mentioned chum pot fishing before. Last week, we talked about the blowfish, a number of blowfish in the Barnegat Bay area. Well, Tony Maja and his neighbor, Bart, they were out near the research buoy earlier this week, said they literally caught and threw back well over 100, no more than 3 inches, and he also kept 25. Good fish fry right there. Options, my friends, we're talking options. We all want options. Like the options you'll find in the Fisherman Magazine's Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Now, you first got to subscribe. If you're a subscriber, $29.95, you're automatically entered. Then it's a matter of options, 7 different fish categories for you to score. And you're looking to win that Steiger 23 Miami, powered by a Yamaha outboard later on this season. Here's Tim with more on the latest Dreamboat standings.
And now for the current Dreamboat standings. We start off with confirmation of our August Fish of the Month winner, which is awarded to the largest sea bass entered in August. It goes to John Woodruff of Kenalone, New Jersey, with a 4.44 pound entry. Congratulations, John, as he wins a Tsunami Vic reel and a Dexter Outdoors dual edge 8-inch flexible fillet knife. The current leaderboard stays the same. Rob Carazano is in first. Dean Paella is in second. Sam Dibner third. Garrett Weir in fourth. The Dreamboat Fishing Challenge is the Fisherman subscriber-only multi-species fishing competition with a chance to win a new Steiger Craft 23 Miami powered by Yamaha, along with many other great prizes. Visit thefisherman.com to subscribe and get all the details so you can be part of the action.
Final update for you, or final reminder about Friday's benefit for the Beach Haven Charter Fishing Association. It's a cruise aboard the pirate ship Black Pearl. It runs from 7 until 8:30 on Friday. It's all part of their reef deployment efforts off of Long Beach Island. They're raising money for reefs. If you want to get on, it's $75 for adults, just $25 for kids up to age 18. Call Captain John Lewis, Insatiable Charters, 609-670-5980. Yes, if you followed me for the last couple of weeks, I'm still fighting this thing. It's gone, the virus, but I'll tell you what, not the after effects. Oh boy. Hey, I'm not sure if Hutch Sr.'s going on that pirate trip. Gotta let him know though, happy birthday. This Sunday, September 25th, he does some work for the Beach Haven Charter Fishing Association. That's why I can think of it right now. But happy birthday to my man, my father, my best friend. Love you, Dad. We'll head offshore in 90 seconds, but first, let's head west for a visit with my friend George, the Pocono Outdoors guy.
Well, hey, thanks, Jim. You know, a couple weeks ago, you talked about this is the time of transition, and that's certainly true here in the Poconos. You know, we've had nights here, even in the 30s, it's getting that cool here, but things continue to get better, and the fishing is improving and turning really on. So a couple things happening. You know, we got Beltsville, we got Nockamixon, we got Wallenpompak. Striper bite is doing really well. Lots of smallmouth, things like that. Over on the rivers are producing even better right now, especially with that rain over the past couple weeks. Eric Fissler, you know him from all the shad. He was out in the Delaware fishing those live eels, and that's been the real ticket for him, getting into some beautiful striper. Up on the Judiana River, we don't talk about that one much, but FLW Pro Glenn Key was out, and he was getting some really beautiful smallmouth as well. That's a good tactic. He's using the white and chartreuse chatterbaits. I think that's something I may have to go out and try myself, one of my favorite patterns. So the couple things you try there, guys, it's just going to get better and better as the season goes on. I hope you get out and get on them. From Pennsylvania, I'm George, your Pocono Outdoors guy.
I'm Captain Greg DeBrule of the party boat Blackhawk out of Niantic, Connecticut. You've seen us at the sports shows, you've seen us on TV, magazines, newspapers. Now you can come fish with us, okay? We're fast, we're clean, and we're comfortable. And besides that, we catch them, ask around. Come visit us at blackhawksportfishing.com. We'll save a seat for you.
Heard from an old friend this week. Captain Lou Graziosa had Jimmy Leone out for some mid-range yellowfin tuna recently, but hit or miss. That was the latest report we had at thefisherman.com this week. But we are still getting some good reports of mahi at the Jersey Shore. And it's not just, you know, those canyon pots, but the mid-range grounds, the offshore, the inshore, just outside of the reef structure, especially if you find somebody who's got some of those pots out there, the commercial guys. But Tracy had a few nice midshore mahi this week aboard Real Music with Captain Dan Bias out of Shark River. And in his regular hunts offshore for tuna and billfish, Captain Ray Lopez of Miss Leanne Charters out of Barnegat Inlet, making sure to put his customers onto some of the mahi as well. Regrettably, the after effects, or the effects of Hurricane Fiona, are really going to hamper the offshore conditions this week. I expect it to be a very slow report week this week. In fact, when Tom Pagliaroli tries to do his offshore reports this weekend that are going to go into our October edition, I think it's going to be a little sloppy because of that. The midweek forecast from NOAA Weather indicates things are going to be pretty quiet fishing-wise at those canyons. Hopefully, things return to normal pretty soon after, but make sure you keep an eye on that NOAA Weather forecast in the next week. Now, just make sure you're looking at the right government website. I received an email warning from NOAA Fisheries this week, warning that you may encounter a fraudulent website claiming that it processes both state and federal permits. A warning from NOAA Fisheries about a fraudulent website. In my line of work, we call that irony. Finally, those forktails and funny fish, you know, false albacore, bonita, Spanish mackerel, even king mackerel. they're popping up, not so much kingfish, the king mackerel, but the other species are popping up along the inshore beaches, the inshore grounds just off the beach a little bit, offering some good opportunities, hopefully in the coming weeks, for some real drag burning action on those interesting fish, those speedsters. I heard from the Huber boys, actually, Tommy and Dennis, they're finding a few good bonita not far from shore. Bonita, of course, really tasty as long as you bleed them, ice them real quick. I suggest once you clean them at home, put those fillets in the freezer for about an hour, slice them nice and thin. You serve them as sashimi, folks will think you're serving tuna. Remember too, that those fork tails are also the categories, one of the categories on the Coastal Kayak Clash. That's another tournament from the Fisherman magazine. That one's wide open right now. I'll leave you this week with our latest update from the CKC. I'll see you this weekend in Lakewood. Maybe I'll see you in Long Island. Catch them up. I will see you next week right here at thefisherman.com.
Hey everybody, it's Dave Anderson. I just want to give you a quick rundown of what's going on in the Coastal Kayak Clash this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game. Bob Wagner came roaring in with 2 entries this week, whittling Justin Oster's tournament leading score from 12 down to 9. Here's how it went down. Bob Wagner first entered a 26-inch albie, which got him in 3rd place for the hardtail category. We also had 2 other entries, one from Mike Radzaszewski at 26.25, and then the category leading fish by Tom Hode at 26.5 inches. Next, Bob Wagner came back at us again with a 28 3/4 inch weak fish, which is good enough for 2nd place in the category. At the moment, we have Justin Oster still leading with 9 points, Bob Wagner right behind him with 8 points, and Tom Hode taking down 3rd place with 6 points.